3 things you can learn from late billionaire Sam Walton, founder of Walmart that has over a $500 billion market cap. What can you learn from him and how can you implement this into your business? 3 things. Number 1, obsession. If you read the book Made in America and you read about Sam Walton, he was obsessed with his craft, with his business. When it comes to retail shops, anywhere he went, he was smoking out the competition. If he was in London, he was looking at stores. If he was across the US, he was looking at stores. He was obsessed with improving, obsessed with looking at the competition to see how they can improve, what they could do better. He was obsessed with his business, his vision, and making it come reality. So number 1, being obsessed with what you do. And number 2, he had an open door policy. Imagine nowadays in societies when people make it to the top, or before they even make it to the top, when they're doing better maybe than some of their peers, they already position themselves as less accessible to others or less accessible to their teams. And he had the exact opposite approach. Even as a billionaire, he had open door policies where store owners and people within the organization could drive to him in Arkansas and they would have the opportunity to speak to the CEO, who was worth over $1 billion. Could you imagine what that probably did to the people and to his employees? They don't even call employees, they call associates. Knowing that they could allow themselves to speak to the CEO and share what's on their mind, that's powerful. So how do you treat your people, your team? Are you a leader? Or when it comes to you running your business, do you speak to other employees, even people who aren't executives? Do you have an opportunity where they can ask you questions, where they can share with you what's on your mind? Wouldn't be a bad idea. Now, it doesn't mean anyone and everyone can come to you whenever you want. You are the CEO, your time is important. But what if you had the opportunity where if they wanted to meet with you, they could just maybe contact your assistant and they gave the 3 points of exactly what they wanted to speak to you about. And there was opportunities where anyone within the company could have the opportunity to speak to the CEO. Do you know how powerful that is? And this man, he did something right. They're worth over $500 billion. He was a billionaire. Some of you aren't even close to that, and yet you're very inaccessible to your team. So that's number 2, having that open door policy, that accessibility that your team has to you as a leader. And number 3, the equity opportunity. When you look at some of the salaries within Walmart, could you imagine that in Walmart you can make $250,000, $300,000, even more being within the company and being a manager? Why? Because he wanted people to be able to grow within the business, to love the business as if their own. And so there's equity options, there's stock options within Walmart for all employees, because when they have a little bit of ownership, they treat it differently. They treat it like their own. So what could you do within your company? Is it executives could have the opportunity for equity, stock options? It's just vested over a period of time based off their results within the company. You think about it, I work for Patrick Bet-David here at Bet-David Consulting, and when he sold his company PHP back in 2022, while he still owned 86% for over $250 million, that additional 14%, much of it was given to the executives and the top sales leaders within the organization. So they also had a piece of the pie and they worked for that. So when the company sold, they got big checks, or maybe their equity was actually rolled up to the higher company, the umbrella company, which was Integrity at the time. And so what can you do to make your employees feel as if your business is their own, where they are that much more motivated to having the company get to that next level? Equity, ownership, stock ownership, all of this was an idea back before it was popular, back before it was the common thing that Sam Walton implemented into Walmart, which is why we see Walmart today still growing and still dominating in their space. So 3 things that you can learn from Sam Walton. Number 1, being obsessed. Number 2, open door policy. And number 3, equity ownership options to your employees. And if you're a business owner and you're looking to figure out, hey, I would love to do equity within my company, but I'm just not sure how, or hey, I would love to, grow into new market space and really dominate my industry like Sam Walton. Here at Bet-David Consulting, we work with business owners, entrepreneurs from 7, 6, 9 figures plus across different industries across the globe, where we can help structure the equity or the compensation plans for your team to have them more bought into the vision and the mission. Also systems, strategies, processes to get into new markets. If that interests you, click the link below or book a call with me. Would love to learn more about your business and see what we could do to help you and your business get to the next level. And if you found this video valuable, please like, share, subscribe, and take a look at this video. I also think you get a lot of value from it. If you like this one, check this one out as well. See you again soon.